adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Which might be here any moment. That must be the
Alphino,
signal that's
are you
there.
there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbour at once.
Ooh, nice. The adamantite is here.
Let us go at once.
The ship is ready.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbour.
Commotion?
Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Commotion breaking out as soon as our shipment arrives?
Now, where might this delivery be?
Why is there a large gathering of people here?
Oh.
Oh. That's the commotion. More than expected. On a whole bunch of
I'm sure
different
it's
ships.
very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely, these can't all be.
Oh, it's them. On the Void Ark questline.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I have assumed they got a,
I'll have
Dragon's
you know,
help.
I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Ooh, nice. They got a help. Ishgard had got help from the Sky
Left you
Pirates.
outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I like their interactions.
I will not stoop to your level.
Ooh, Suraban.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Soroban.
We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to
Hell's Lid.
with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices.
Oh, that's the
All
term.
consented to the
Auspices.
lending of Tenzin's legendary phoenix blade for this noble cause. Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro. where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
At least you don't have to die, Suraban. Again.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Oh yes, from that one quest line.
Fortunately, our Majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
Evilus, I mean, that quest line from that big ship.
It's all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Don't think about how much you have to pay. It's the end times. You have to work it.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Yeah, when?
Don't let the name fool you. This coinkeeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Ah, Tataru did it ahead of time, I guess.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement.
Who's this patron that's generous?
She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Oh, Alphino and Alice's mother. He's been supporting the Scions from the very beginning.
Millions.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
I'm liking her more and more.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Oh. Erinville.
You were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryle after we parted ways in Labyrinthus. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured,
I'm glad we're seeing Erinville again.
I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Alpha. Alpha and OMG.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
See it? You brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Look at the small Omega.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlid before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius. He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments.
Oh.
There's a fair bit of refined adamantite in it, too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite from Mordona's Dalamud Shard.
That's good, Hoary Boulder.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kral's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
Oh, that's good.
The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
The gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat-Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer,
Yep, I
and his
remember that.
journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
Consent? Consent to do what?
Ajdaya's answer was silence.
Ajdaya?
As ever.
Oh, that's one of the
Tiamat
first
and
Buddha we've never met
Hrisveldre,
yet.
however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose. And seek a
You brought
worthier
some
fate
of,
for us all.
Midgard's scales to help?
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself in.
You're more than welcome to be here, Nitana.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Great think of how far we could go! What we could do with that much power! What we could blow up!
You should just love blowing things up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Why the sudden change in music? Or lack thereof.
Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
I think they're prepared.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you.
Oh, he's finally coming around.
I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst.
Aww.
It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart.
You need to apologize.
No, that was his doing, when he perished at Carteneau. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger.
He admits that he
and
was
so much
wrong.
wiser
That's good.
than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
It'd probably give him a heart attack.
Amelians. Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular.
Yeah, you did put a lot of blame on me.
I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Yeah, let's, we should probably
Perhaps you can spare a
get
few
onto
words
that.
ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Oh my, it's just going to be a lot of talking, isn't there? Am I going to talk to each and every individual one? Or am I just going to say something? Lend us your strength.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Maker's Ruin? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, okay. Is everyone here? Aw, I can't go talk to Alpha or OMG. Unaided, we Scions could never have gathered such a bounty. Refined adamantite, relics sacred and ancient alike. I find myself quite overcome. Lee sent a letter along with Gridania's contribution. It seems she traveled there to aid in their adamantite recovery. Evidently, journeying to Gridania was quite the trial, as was getting into the Dalamud shard, as was reaching its depths. I suspect she will have a few kind words to say about the Allegons when next we meet. The time has come to claim our prize. Are you prepared? I hope so. If I never see another crate again, it will be too soon. I cannot wait to see what our friends from the Ironworks do with the ship. I had no idea how massive a weight it was until he lifted it off my shoulders, but more importantly, his words were more an affirmation that the path we walk is the right one. A part of me might have been satisfied so long as my family and friends survived the final days, but to save the Tsar is what we all want most. And if those same people believe that I can help see it done, who am I to say otherwise? Come what may, I will fight for this world of ours until the very end. I apologize for not informing you earlier of Aaronville's involvement. It was something of a contingency plan. Thank goodness we had him and his fellow gleaners to hand, though. It would have been monstrously difficult to locate Sid and transport the Hainish delegation here otherwise. Cough, my throat hurts from directing so many people to Labyrinthos, but that only proves we got our money's worth. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, we will reveal the means by which Heidelin... He will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we are ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the form's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I am curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with Adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia, then. Time to go to Aporia. Devel, I've already shown the others inside. You will want to speak with Clary Lane. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. So it's in the middle. You're with Master Fortunato, yes? Just step inside the lift here. Pretty big place. From here we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos, and its most closely guarded secret. Thalmazine? It marks the beginning and end of our efforts. Once we delve to seek allies with the star, and once we will embark on our journey to the heavens. Can't give me your mind, it's going good. We're just about to go see how the Forum communicates with Heidelin. How are you? This way, if you please. Proceed to the entrance of Thalmazine. Is this the next location? I have a feeling this is the next location. Oh. Well, that's the ship. Unless it's called that. Yeah, that's the ship. Oh, that's the name of the ship? Oh, that's good. Long holidays are good. I have to go. My work starts back up tomorrow. I bid you welcome to Thalmazine. Direct your attention towards its center to behold the ark over which we have long labored. Pet. I like that emote. As you can see, it was designed as a medium-sized craft to better reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity.